Hi guys, so this video is going to be covering a few different things today, but first of all is this pot I got. It's a very nice pot and it has a nice moonscape on it, but I wanted to make it look more like the moon, if that makes sense. So let's go and have a look. Hi guys, so as you saw just now, before I painted the pot, it was that nice sort of light terracotta colour, and just to remind you, the pot originally came from Springwood Ceramics. I was given this as part of a deal from one of my other friends, David, not this David, another David. But yeah, so what I've done, I've spray painted it a matte grey, because what I want to do, it has got a moonscape on it. I don't know if you can see that there. So I just thought it'd be better in this colour, and then I'm going to dry brush the moonscape areas to highlight it even more. So I'm going to get on with that now. It doesn't take very long, especially when it's only a little area like that. I don't know if this is going to come out on the camera very well, guys. It's only very subtle, but if you can see that I've just highlighted the moonscape bit by dry brushing. It just now gives you the impression of it being the moon. So another part of this video is maintenance, and this is one of my pyrocanthus. Those of you that came to the open day of our club, you would have seen this on display. Originally I bought this from Heron's Bonsai, from Peter Chan, and when I got it, obviously it was a solid lump with a little tiny bit of deadwood down here, and I obviously carved this out. It was one of the first ones I did carve. As you can see, Dave's just taken out a load of weeds, but it also needs a little bit of a trim, and obviously there's things growing here that we don't need. So let's get on with it. Right, so you're doing all the weeding. Okay.
We don't even go with
Little fruit here. So just give it a getting tidy up, basically, guys. Things that you don't want, things that you don't need. I mean, sometimes you get a random branch growing out from down here, and you might actually want to keep it, but on this occasion, I don't. And some people are like, oh, just leave it, it makes it look nice and green. But this is taking away nutrients from the tree. You've got to remember that. Every time you leave something on that you don't want or you don't need, it's taking vital vitamins and nutrients away from the tree that you want the tree to have, just so you can cut it off at a later date, which is pointless. So don't leave it too long, guys, especially if you've got weeds. I think I said in an earlier video, weeds will just sap the life from your tree, and you don't want that. Looks like I've got a branch on the back that may have died off, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. And if that's the case, that's the case. May gin it, but I don't know if it's in a place where it's actually worth ginning it. You right there, Dave?
wake up for that.
If you're wondering what I'm using, guys, it's these little thumb cutters. Really, really good for tiny little bits, and they get into all the little gaps. Just in case you're wondering what I was snipping with. Right, so straight away you can see more of the tree. Now, the pot needs a good clean as well, but don't worry about that. So, yeah, looks like I've got a branch here that's died off. Let me see that. This one here. That there has died a little bit, but there's still live veins on that. There's no signs of life in that branch at all. So what I need to do... Oops, sorry. You still at it, Dave? He's getting to the root of the problem. So I want to look at it from the front, and is it worth ginning that branch?
No.
Personally, I don't think so. I'll get Dave's opinion from the front. You wouldn't see enough of it, would you?
No.
So guys, if I show you, so from the front here,
Branch here.
where Dave's hand is, if he takes his hand away, you can see it, but not enough to warrant having it ginned. So Dave's just going to snip that off now. Go on, Dave, use your muscles, mate. It's alright, you're not on live telly or anything. And if you're wondering why that's happened, it doesn't mean the tree's not healthy or I've done something wrong. It just happens. You know, you get dieback on lots of different trees for various reasons. Like a trident, for example. Trident maple, even the tree in the best health will just die back. They do. But it's probably just the tree not needing it. Don't worry too much, Dave. We'll tidy up at a later date. Can I borrow this? Sorry. Snip that bit off. You're worried about that bit. Ooh, little erect bit there. Okay. So that has now gone. So we'll tidy that up a little bit later. So I don't know if any of you have seen me working on this tree before in previous videos, but I hollowed the whole thing out. This is when I was actually learning to carve, so I was quite impressed with myself on this one, I must say. Yeah, hello Dave. So it's literally completely hollow, and it's got various holes, because I went through anywhere that had dead wood, I hollowed through. And I did get a lot of people saying to me at the time that you've done too much to that tree, it's going to die within a week. Well, 2 years later, the tree's still here, and it's still growing strong. So don't listen to everybody, get advice, but if someone tells you you've done something wrong, fine. If you have, you have, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're right, guys. So yeah, right, just going to continue to trim a little bit off. Doesn't need too much off. Just tidying it up. It's already got berries forming. It's already flowered. It had lovely white flowers on it, and as you can see, it's now producing berries, which will be a lovely dark orange. The problem is the birds don't like them, so they tend to stay on it all year round, and you have to take them off in the spring because they don't fall off. But they look very nice though. Dave can talk, by the way. I'm just taking over as usual.
Yeah, always.
Back budding really nicely. Dave pointed that out earlier. Sometimes it's a good thing. I don't like it when it's on the elbows here, because it's a bit pointless having it in the elbow. But this bit's okay here, because that fills that area up. But don't forget, being an evergreen, you want to be able to see the branch structure as well, because you won't get to see it being an evergreen tree. Plus also you want to let the light in as well, because if I don't let the light in, some of these inner branches will die and the foliage will die. Right, so how are we looking? That's a little bit low. Looking much better than it did. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. These are brilliant. I love these little things. Might get rid of that one. Very weird day today, guys. We've had everything from rain, wind, sun, showers, you name it, we've had it.
Sun's bright now.
And now it's hot again. Yeah, it's like, I wish it'd make its mind up, to be honest.
Unless you've got any cold news.
Yeah. Ooh, careful there, Dave. Don't fancy a trip to A&E. I'm too busy with my trees. Okay. So most of this is new growth. As you can see, there's still a few of the old leaves on there, but you can tell from the colour difference that most of this is new growth. It was looking a little bit sorry for itself earlier in the year, but that's obviously, it does that when it starts to shed all of its old leaves. And you do for a couple of weeks think, oh my goodness, if I killed it. But no, it's perfectly normal. I think we're almost there for this one. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. I think that's looking a lot better. Just trim that. And also a pyracantha, guys, like hawthorn, be very careful because it's covered in spines and spikes, whatever you want to call them. And I have been keeping on top of this one, but every now and again you will hurt yourself on one that's just appeared from nowhere. So don't worry about snipping them off. Unless you have a pest problem in your garden and you want to keep them on for the birds and everything. But personally, I'd rather not cut myself every time I touch the tree. Right, I think we're there. So I'll give you a close-up, guys. Hold on. Right, so here we go. So now, as you can see, the light is coming through a lot easier. Every branch has access to plenty of light, and it just looks a lot neater. There's a close-up of the carving. As I said, there is an earlier video of this. It's featured a couple of times in some of our videos, and it definitely featured in the open day video. Okay, on to the next. Right, guys, so I don't know if any of you remember, but a good 2 or 3 months ago, maybe more, me and Dave both got a beech from Dove Bar Nursery, and we made literati, well, attempted to make literatis out of them. Dave's is still a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
But today, we've just taken the wire off of this one, and it's held. Obviously, we could have a much more severe bend, but I don't want a more severe bend. So we've taken the raffia off, we've taken the wire off. There's a few little bits that are bitten in, but it's not too bad and it will grow out. And I've also wired this branch down a little bit. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take the soil off, check the root base out, and then repot it. I guess rinse the roots off and we see what we've got. Yes, if you do it on the soil. Right,
It's
so
all washed off.
oh, so got a lovely set of roots on that. So although some of you may have thought that what we just did was quite barbaric for this time of year, it's not. The root mass on this is just, if anything, we could probably take more off. There's a couple of great big ones there that I am going to take off actually. But, I mean, in here we have so much that's just not needed. Could I have the cutters, please? Thank you.
We'll get rid of soil.
Nice big cavity. Look, and I'm thinking a nice big rock in that. But we shall see once we put it in the pot. Yeah, well that's what the pot I was thinking. But I'm starting to think that might not go in unless I forget the root over rock. Because that is nothing to do with the root structure. And I think if I get rid of that and a little bit of that mass, that'll be right there.
And cascade a bit more.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna... Too late to say no now, guys. Right, so that's more of what we want. That. That. That'll go in there a lot easier. There's plenty of room for the root growth. Before I put the tree in, guys, I've mentioned it before, bit of that in. This stuff is just amazing. It's a microcorfungal, don't know if I said that right. It basically helps create, have you ever taken a tree out and it's got like what looks like white mould? It's actually not, it's very fine roots. And that is exactly what this stuff does. It encourages more root growth with the fungus that's in there. That line around.
Well, I'm not going to fill that up.
Okay. So, right guys, so that's where we are at the moment. I'm just making sure that I still like that branch placement. Yeah, I quite like that. It's a very extreme, but I like that. And obviously if I find somewhere reasonably high to put it, it's not going to interfere with anything. So that is started off as a literati. It ended up being a semi-cascade literati. Let us know what you think. It's not too late to make changes, but I actually really like it. So yeah, okay guys, I'll give you a close-up. Okay guys, so yeah, we just wanted to give you a better look at it for scale. I mean, Dave, how tall are you, Dave?
5'6".
Nah, don't lie, mate. How tall are you?
5'6".
Yeah, 5'6". Yeah, it means 5 inches, guys. No, he's not that tall. Yeah, he's about 5'6". And as you can see, he's quite a nice sized tree. There's the rock. Oh, focus. There we go. And then I think that's a nice tree. As I said, let us know, guys.